Hey, it's Tom
And Mike,
from Take Time to Travel.
today we're going to take you with us on a fun-filled boat ride through Mexico City's bright and colorful canals of Xochimilco, which is one of UNESCO's World Heritage Sites.
We arrived in Xochimilco early for our tour, so we had some time to wander around and explore. It was surprising to see just how many of these colorful boats there are tied up at the docks. Each of these vibrant gondola-like boats are called trajineras and have their names painted on bright signs out front that cruise around the 170 kilometers or about 110 miles of canals. It's hard to believe this is still in Mexico City.
After checking out the sites, we went to walk around the market a little bit and found lots of souvenirs for sale. Shortly after that, when it was time for our guided tour to begin, we met up with our small group, did our introductions, and made our way through one of the many other boats to get over to our pretty and brightly colored trajinera, which was called the Carmelita.
On board, there was tequila and snacks waiting for us, and just after we began our leisurely cruise, we were served some beers, which was a perfect way to enjoy the boat ride and the warm weather along the canals.
As we continued our ride, we passed by many other groups that were singing and having lots of fun, as well as some natural beauty along the shores of the waterway. And during our voyage, we learned about the history of the pre-Hispanic canal system. It's crazy to think that these canals and lakes used to be all over the Mexico City Valley, but now Xochimilco is all that's left. It's a good thing that it's now protected as a World Heritage Site, so all of the boats can't have motors. They use long wooden poles to propel themselves instead.
Alongside the banks, there's also restaurants as well as many vendors selling food and drinks from these smaller boats called chalupas. This is like the Mexican version of a gondola ride in Venice, but with a lot more color, more music, and drinking. On our boat, we played a game where every time we bumped into another boat, which was pretty often, we took a shot of tequila. We each got a souvenir clay shot glass, which was on a pink ribbon to hang around our necks. We definitely put these to good use. Salud! Here comes another bump and another shot. It was getting quite busy out here with all of the other boats.
It must be a really good workout being a pilot on one of these things. I don't think they need a gym membership. Then it was time for us to play Mexican Loteria Bingo while we got into a little bit of a traffic jam, which I guess is pretty common here on a Sunday afternoon. During our game, the winner got to choose someone to do a scorpion shot. For those of you wondering what that is, you take a bottle of liquor and spin it around your head 3 times, then pour it in your mouth from behind, like a scorpion tail.
As we continued on our boat ride, we branched off into another canal, which was a little bit narrower and just as busy, and I was selected for the next scorpion shot. I think I did a pretty good job for my first time.
After that, it was time for us to stop at one of Xochimilco's islands, and our pilot hopped off to pull us up on shore so that we could disembark, stretch out our legs, and have some lunch at a typical Mexican restaurant. We each got another beer as well as our choice of tacos. We chose to get the chicken and topped it off with lettuce, crema, cheese, and salsa. And to finish, we had our choice of pulque to drink. Following our nice little meal, we had a bit of time to explore the island, where we found this pretty footbridge overlooking the water and this lovely house, which looks great, but we don't think we'd want to live this close to the busy canals.
We thoroughly enjoyed having lunch with our group on the island. It was a fun experience. But now it's time for everyone to head back on board the Carmelita and continue our cruise on the bustling waterway, where we heard lots of mariachi bands serenading different groups as we floated by. It was a really entertaining atmosphere. Time for another shot as we bump into this guy's chalupa. He doesn't look impressed. I think it was somehow even busier on the water after we finished our lunch.
Then it was time for us to learn how to make a michelada. We put a sweet and spicy type of syrup around the rim, as well as our choice of sesame seeds with honey or chili powder. Then we added 3 generous stashes of hot sauce. and 3 dashes of Worcestershire sauce too, followed by a squeeze of fresh lime juice, and of course some nice cold beer to finish it off. Salud! It was nice to enjoy the Michelada creations on the water alongside all of the colorful trajineras.
After a little bit, we managed to break free for some clear sailing and heard some more mariachi bands playing. But the clear sailing was short-lived. We were back in the thick of it in no time at all. Making our way back to where we started, it was time for another drinking game mixed in with some karaoke. Everyone had to spin the top to see what to do. I ended up with a shot of tequila and also decided to sing karaoke.
Before we knew it, our 2.5-hour Xochimilco canal tour was coming to an end. We had an incredible time and we'd highly recommend this excursion. If you want to do it as well, check out our link in the description section down below. Please like and subscribe, and check out our sunrise hot air balloon ride over the Teotihuacan pyramids video. And remember, take time to travel. Catch you on the next one.